Think we're ready. What's happening, everybody? The 8 early people that are here. We have tropical depression, nothing that's currently hitting us. I don't think it ever even became a tropical depression. 93L is what they called it. But I'm waiting on phone calls. So if I have to hurry up and run out of here, even though I'm supposed to be on light duty, light work, whatever you want to call it, for my surgery, where my tower's at, it is flooding bad. I think one of my RF towers took a lightning strike. So I'm here for at least a little while. All right, bros. I see Kyle says, how do I hear Mo? And I got to say, with this cloud cover all day and this rain we've been getting since last night, it was actually quite cool. But right now it is 93% humidity, as I can see from the Weather XM station right here. I need to put this on a longer USB bar so that I can show y'all stuff. Let's see if I can do that, if I lose it. That's the only thing I don't like about this one. My other Weather XM is broken at the house right now. I mean, at the work. I'm not climbing. I don't climb anything. I got people I pay for that. I just manage it. I don't climb nothing. I climb some 20-foot Roan towers that we have, maybe the 20 foots. But even at my weight and the hold I'm getting, that kills me now. You know, maybe a hunting stand, but that's about it. But tell you what, the Weather XM station, this one is so much better than the one that's broken at my office right now. But 93% humidity, you wear that literally. Like you go out there and it's just like, ugh, I can't breathe. Whew. All right, let's get rid of some of these entropy. This is left over from my entropy. I went to work today for the first time in 14 days, and just as I suspected, it was absolutely crazy with the amount of stuff I had. Let's see, entropy text. We still have Solana on there. All right. Everybody thinks that so far. Make sure y'all vote in the poll. I made the poll, and for some reason I can't vote on it. I want to put it to fake out too. It goes to show you how much, though, the weather can change in crypto, if that's the way you want to look at it. Because I was just saying the other day, I don't think we're getting alt season. That I think all this was just a fake out and just go buy Bitcoin and nothing else. And now if there's an alt season, I'll be wearing egg on my face and saying, "Well, guess we should have been buying alt." I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm still. I don't know. I still didn't think about it. I changed my mind. You know, I get paid tomorrow. What am I going to DCA in? Now, financial advice, you know, I need to put my big scrolling thing. But let me see. I had the text right here. Not financial advice. What am I going to DCA in tomorrow? Of course, I'm doing a little bit of Bitcoin, even though I'm the idiot that wasn't buying Bitcoin in the bear market because I was buying all these alts. You know, I had a spreadsheet of all these alts that were down 95%, and I was just loading up on them. I loaded up on Cardano's, which is supposed to be having a nice price increase right now. Let's see. This way, changing it over. Get the alarms off. Move my fat head over to the other side. You gotta love live. Say it every time, but here's Cardano. I guess I can't move it because then it's gonna move it on here. So let's see. What's Cardano up? It was down 51%. Before this run, it's up 50% almost. Up almost 50%. I own a lot of Cardano. A lot of Cardano. I was loading my bags up on that. Let's see. XRP, did XRP reach $10 yet? Uh-oh, XRP up to 350. I might have to eat some crow on that one. Oh, is it going to 537 like everybody said? Was it 538 everybody was talking about? I bet my buddy who put 10 grand into XRP, I think he's just about breaking even. Hey, I'm happy for all the XRP people, man. You know, that's why I say, even if I'm wrong, people will still benefit from it. You're still not gonna catch me buying any. Why is this not? Let's see. See, Demo ain't doing nothing. Nobody can sell Demo because it's all stuck with staking. Market cap on XRP is up. Uh-oh. Solana should be passing BNB soon. Solana keeps it going. It'll be number 4 again. Cardano, Sui. You know, there's a lot of people talking about H-bar. I don't give H-bar enough love. H-bar and AVAX. You know, I talk about AVAX enough, but H-bar is something that I'm hearing more and more people talk about. Y'all tell me if y'all are in H-bar. Tell me what y'all thinking. B13 SR says going to $587. Yeah, $587. Believe that. That's what the XRP man or whatever his name is should be up. Should be around shortly to tell us how much we're gonna miss out on XRP. I saw the XP neat because I despised both, but was waiting for a pump that never came. Now they pumped. Hey, that's gonna be a lot. This is why I hold on to all of it. Like, the problem is I hold too long. Let's because you never know. Let's be honest. When you never know what is gonna when's gonna be the right time to sell. Let's see what else. H bar is up 18%. That's number 1 position going up, or whatever you want to call it, rising. Over the last 7 days, Stellar. You know, a lot of people talking about Stellar. Stellar's an old coin. Like, was that at one point Stellar was somewhat mixed in with Ripple and XRP or something like that? I don't know, for some reason. Algo, H bar. There's H bar again. But see, when this took this big dip, everybody was like, "Oh, this is the beginning of the alt season," but now it's going to come back up. I don't think that's how that works. Oh, we all about to get rich on this one. Don't look now. Helium up 33%. I know which one I want to show y'all, because I know y'all. I didn't get enough love in my video of the 5 cryptos you need to get into. The number 1 crypto you should have gotten into. Because my buddy at work said he wished he watched it. He wished he would have listened to me, but this is the one y'all should have listened to me on. Because back in April, this was down 30%, 30 cents, and I told y'all this was one of the At 30 cents, I told you I'll jump into this. And I called the bottom on that one. It's up 240% right now. And at one point was up 350%. And that's whiff. And that's not even the main Solana meme token right now. I don't know what's Bonk doing. Bonk's up the same thing, 300%, 340 at one point. And then I know a lot of y'all are in Sheeb still. You know, April 6th time was we had that really, really low drop. And that's only up 40%. Dude, what the hell's going on with this, dude? Somebody just help me out. Is it because there's no legitimate projects that can get on this? That's why I'm pushing Combiner, because maybe Combiner can do what Silencio can't. But this hurts, man. I'm still holding out hope for peak, but I'm telling y'all right now, that is because my own dumb mistakes and I don't know if I would even touch it if y'all. I am just buying at 7 cents because I was buying at 40 cents. So I'm buying peak, and I'm buying $25 worth of peak every payday, strictly because of how many more tokens I'm getting compared to when I was buying it at 40 cents when it first released. I just felt that if I'm supposed to be a deep pin crypto channel, I should, I won't really say back, but I should support, or I should at least put a little play money into the blockchain that's supposed to be for deep pin. That's peak. And I'm eating it bad. 7 cents. Now, I've been buying at 7 cents every week. So if it goes back to 40, 50, 75 cents, maybe it'll be worth it. I don't know. I'm stoked to open XLM using my Coinbase debit card. The way I see the XLM reach half the price that XRP reaches. Hey, I hope so. But you know, XLM is one of those boomer tokens that we talk about. You know, some of the old school tokens that have been around for a while, and I hope it can do something. No, I don't know. You know, for all of us that, and I still, you know, I have a guy who I talk to a lot about crypto, and he's, you know, following Alex Becker. Look, I watch Alex Becker videos, half of for comedic relief, but you know, Alex Becker's all about buying all of these like very, very low cap layer 3, you know, tokens for gaming and different like that, because he's right. You know, if you hit on one of those, if one of those really goes up, you can make some decent money. But for the amount that don't go up, that's what hurts you with that. But I'm just into I'm just playing with these layer 0, layer 1 tokens, the ADAs and the atoms and stuff like that. That, hey, I've said before, if I can 5x on each one and you put all that together, I just think the days of buying, y'all tell me, I just think the days of buying crypto when you're going to get, you know, 20Xs and the 100Xs, I think that's over with. Other than if you catch the right meme token, you know, Trump token version 17 of Trump versus Biden or something like that. Those days are very, very, very rare. But what do I know? That's why I'm not retired yet. Entropy's in the nons again. So hopefully that sticks around. I know this. if y'all caught my discussion on Discord, this maker down here, this wallet with the PRHZD is a bot that is just buying and selling, creating, sales and stuff like that. That's all it is. So this is a bot. This is not a person, because if you watch, it sells and buys almost the same amount every time. There's another token I wanted to look at. Vet really still ain't had its run yet. Oh, Crow. Now, P13 talks about how he used his card for XLM. Y'all know I've told y'all many times I use the hell out of my Crow card. I'm telling you, I buy everything with my Crow card. I move it. If I'm at the grocery store, don't get behind me in line, because when I see, like yesterday, I went to the grocery store with my daughter, picked up a couple things. I wait for the total. Then I move it into my debit card for Crow, for Crypto.com card, purchase it with that. This month alone, I've made, I think it said 200 something Crow strictly off purchases. And I still say Crow at one time was $1. I started with 4,800. I think it was 4,800 Crow. You needed $4,000 for the dark blue Crow card. And I had all those helium miners I told y'all stories about. So I used $4,000 worth of helium to Crow to get that card. Yeah, almost 300 Crow earned so far this year. So that was 4,800. I now have, I don't want to lie to y'all. Let me see. I now have over 31,000 Crow strictly from using that card. So you do the math on that. What is that? 26,000 Crow that I've gotten when Hurricane Ida came and we lost our TVs and furniture and stuff like that. I was buying stuff on my Crow card. If that gets back to $1 right there, just that one project, $1 right there, paying one of my kids' cars off. Done. That's kind of one of the goals I've set. I want to be able to pay some stuff off, not just take some profit, because I know what's going to happen. If I take profit on any of this stuff and just throw it as USDT or USDC somewhere, I'm going to spend it somewhere else. I'm trying to set goals. That's just me. That's goals. What else? Y'all make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate it. How do you change your Wingbits tokens in testnet mode? Salon, Dev, not Phantom, where? Well, Johnny, you can't change it to cash. It's a testnet token. You can't change it to cash until it goes mainnet. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't claim on my test on Wingbits. I have an issue with with my Wingbits wallet where, and I have a ticket created on it and it kind of stumped it working on it. But if you remember, for a while they had killed the wallet feature in there while they were moving to new servers or something like that, or transitioning for something before mainnet, where your wallets, you had to go and reload everything in your wallets. Well, I've learned from people like Mr. Glenn and all that, but when the problem with Phantom is you have one Phantom on your Explorer, whatever you want to call this, Chrome, Firefox, your phone, whatever, one Phantom that has a 12-word passphrase, whatever you want to call it. You can go create 12 different accounts inside of that. But if for somehow that one Phantom gets hacked, that 12 words somehow will get hacked. Somehow to get you 12 words. I don't know. As long as whoever hacks that and creates that Phantom wallet, wherever they're at, they can keep hitting add account. And every time they add account, they're going to see those tokens in there from different projects. They can clean everything out. That's what happened to Mr. Glenn when he got hacked out of everything. So what I've done, and listen, it is a royal pain in the rear end. Maybe I've had several people that ask me. I'd have to show y'all maybe in the video how to do it. But what I do is every 2 or 3 projects, 4 projects, I go to a different Firefox or a different Brave browser and create a brand new Phantom, which has a new set of 12 words. Then I can take those 12 words from the new browser and then add that to my original Phantom, but it's still secure because it's a separate set of 12 words. I know I've lost majority of y'all saying that, but it is a more secure thing. Going back to my original thing, so my original Wingbits was my original Phantom wallet that I have shared everywhere, to NFT projects, to contests and everything. And I don't trust it at all now because it's exposed a bunch of places. So I created a new Phantom, new 12 words, because I have over 1 million wings waiting on me. I wanted that to be on its own 12 words secure. I added that as the owner wallet for Wings. But right now, when I go to Wingbits to try to claim for the testnet, I'm showing 2 different owner wallets. I have some stations trying to send my owner tickets, my testnet wing tokens to my original Phantom wallet that is not even listed on the website any longer. And about 75% of my tokens are trying to go to my new Phantom wallet as an owner. They both say owner. So I don't claim anything on Wingbits. This is a project where you technically, they want you to do it so you can test it. You can test that you're getting them and that kind of stuff, that it's all correct. Excuse me. But you don't have to. They are keeping their own register of how many wings they owe you. So I saw, for those who were in Anakoy sent an email out. If you're in Anakoy, you might want to check that. I don't know if Anakoy sent an email, let's see, Rover. All right, let's go. Does anybody know how the Ano pre-sale went? I'm just curious. I haven't heard anything much about it. Pre-sale's live. You can go buy all the Ano you want. So raise so far, we're just getting started. So one thing we talked about was people losing their minds over what the cost of what the token price was of Bono, which was the pre-testnet token of Ano. And I told everybody, calm down, because you don't know what the actual token is going to be valued at. And they actually discussed, they got some kind of raffle or something like that. So let me see if I can go find the email, because I want to go over it with y'all so that y'all know not to go panic about what's going on with this. Oh, let's see. Hi, offline station, reference station, disconnected. Yeah, I have all kinds of stations that have disconnected. So TGE is approaching. Coming soon. TGE is really just around the corner. So if you own Bono tokens, you'll be able to swap them for Ono tokens. Auto claim. If you have mined with a connected wallet, that's what I've been doing. I have a connected wallet to it. Any remaining unclaimed Bonos will be auto claimed to your wallet after TGE. So there's no rush to go claim anything before TGE. Swap rate has been set aside for 8 Ano tokens for each Bono. So again, people who are complaining or saying that Bono's or Ano coin's not going to be worth it because this is where the token's going to be valued, I try telling y'all, don't panic yet, because you don't know what the Ano token's going to be worth. You still know what it's going to be worth, but at least you're getting 8 Ano for each Bono in a pool for swapping. Now, over time, this means the longer you wait, the higher your swap rate is. So I guess what they're saying is when this goes TGE, if you hurry and swap, I know how some of y'all are. Hey, no disrespect to y'all, but I know some of y'all, when we in these testnet projects and go to mainnet, y'all are sitting here pressing refresh on when it goes TGE, so you can hurry up and take those tokens because you think you got to sell right now so that you can beat everybody to sell, and then everybody complains on why did the price drop so bad. Y'all know me. I don't do all that, but that's just me. Y'all do y'all, whatever y'all feel you got to do for your financial situations, and I'll do what I got to do. But what Anno's trying to do is, the longer you wait to do that swap, eventually that swap rate is going to get higher. Now, I don't know what that time frame looks like. I don't know if it's going to be like a year or two before you get 9 Anno or 10 Anno, or is it going to be a month or two? I don't know. But what they're saying is if you wait for time, you will be able to get more Anno for each Bono that you have. So there, you'll be able to direct via their swapping tool. Let me see if I can make this a little bigger for y'all. I don't know if y'all can see it or not. So you can click on, there is Anno. Yeah, we all know the pre-sales going on. So we can click on this for more. Because I think a lot of people are going to have questions about this. No, now I made it too big. So this is at docsonacore.com is what the link sends you to. Again, this was all emailed to you. So if you have an email attached, which I'm sure you do, go check your email if you're in Bono. Average exchange rate is Bono is 1 to 8. This means you get 8 Onos for 1 Bono over average time. The longer you wait, the higher the exchange rate. The exchange rate will increase over time. Again, I don't know how long it is. So I guess this is kind of when you think of the same thing Wingbits is doing. Is like, hey, we know that we owe you all these testnet tokens, but instead of we dumping them all to you right now, we're going to give them to you gradually over a year. Same thing with whether XM and what some of these other ones did, instead of just dumping them all at one point at TGE, which nukes the price. This one, they're hoping that people know that they'll get more. We'll see. There's a different way of looking at it. There will be a swapping tool in the Honeygain Explorer. This approach is in everybody's best interest, rewards early miners for loyal extraordinarily. Oh, there's a mechanism between swap work. Yeah, well. I've looked at this chart 7 times today, and for some reason, to me, this looks like the chart goes down, not up. I don't. But there's also at some point, just like everything else, there is also a halvening happen. This says the halvening, somewhere I read it, the halvening has something to do with the halvening. Burn rate, more burners will be burnt. Rate of Onos will burn higher. I remember just saying something about about a burn rate. I don't know. So if you're in Honeygain, you might want to look into that. There you go. I'm into Honeygain. I just got an alert that my station is offline with all this tropical weather coming through the area right now. I'm trying to get into, let's see. See if I can get into this. Yeah, we got a little bit of rain still coming through. Y'all familiar with anything with Louisiana? They kept saying for some reason, even though this tropical depression was over here, this area was going to get the worst, and Lafayette has been getting absolutely pounded. But this is where my area I work at, and they got all kinds of flooding going on. And like I said, I keep getting alerts that a bunch of my stations are down in this area. So they must have some type of big, I'm hoping it's just a power outage. But we'll see. We'll see. Entropy. I think all y'all say it wrong. And the real reason I'm supposed to say it is entropy. Let's see. Entropy has their public mint that started. For those who don't know, if you have an Ashler device, I'll move my Ashler, it was right here. But if you have an Ashler device, now's the time that you need an NFT to continue to mine. Everybody knew that. I know there's going to be people caught off guard, weren't paying attention, who just checked the helium deploy box and didn't pay attention to what they were checking. But yes, you need a NFT, and the NFTs are now on sale. They did reduce the price of the NFT a little bit to 1.3 Sol. Well, I think before they were talking about 1.5 Sol. It ends up being about the same price. They reduced it, which I thought was a kind of a cool thing to do. Because the price of Solana went up. So if they would have kept it at 1.5 Solana, it would end up costing more. So I don't know how many NFTs they have left. NFT art will be revealed July 21st. And I am kind of eager to see what we all end up getting, because some of these we get are going to be whales and apes, I think, and snakes. And depending on which one you get, some are going to have bonuses. Hopefully I can get me some bonuses, because I went and pre-minted way more NFTs than I need. But my hope was that with Entropy, you can't sell your tokens. However, you were allowed to purchase as many NFTs as you wanted with the first pre-mint. And then I think the second pre-mint, you're allowed to do up to 5 per wallet. So I ended up pre-minting several more, because my idea was, since you can't sell them, if they only have so many NFTs allowed to mine. So eventually at some point, I would hope that they run out of NFTs to sell, so they have to buy them from us miners. If I can go sell NFTs for $150 a piece, that's a way of me cashing out my entropy. Does it always work out for Grumpy? No, that's why I'm grumpy all the time. But for those who are in entropy, now's the time for your NFT purchases. I have really not been through all this. So, as usual, there's always some kind of drama going on. What else, ladies and gentlemen? Isn't there one of the grades to you like glory holes? Peak is a mystery. Should be going up and not why not sure why GeoNet is falling also. GeoNet. Let's look at GeoNet. GeoNet. Ooh, GeoNet. It looks like it was running through the GeoNet looks like it was running through the field and somebody tripped it. What the stuffing is that? All right, so I'm gonna go research and find out what see. I'm gonna tell you though, GeoNet was one that during this, I say bear market or early this year, when all these other alts were going down, these projects were all in, GeoNet was holding steady. And I was proud of it. Sometimes even went up. I'm like, look how great this project is, y'all. Look, guys, gals. GeoNet's such a great project that even when all these other projects are going down, GeoNet's going up or steady. And then now it's like, okay, GeoNet, this is when y'all supposed to do something. Like the little meme with the guy with the stick, do something. And It's more like the one that the guy takes the stick and puts it into the bike frame and the wheel and tips over. Like, what the hell? Now, GeoNet just had a halving, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they had a bunch of tokens get unlocked. Could that be what it is? So, I don't know. P13 says, own one Bitcoin. Now I own a Entropy NFT. Yeah, it ain't worth that. It ain't worth $114,000 though. Is it one of the grades like not point? Yes, there is, but one of the NFTs I'm pretty sure does. Is it the snake that degrades to 0.95 or something like that? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. GeoNet is a legit project. I mean, GeoNet's a project that for a fact it has paying customers, because when you go to GeoNet and you go and you look at all these super hexes, this is customers in that area that need coverage, at least from what I understand. That's why they're paying extra to make sure they get a receiver in that area. So that all these hexes, super hexes you're seeing, I don't know which one's easy for y'all to see. All these super hexes that y'all see are paying customers. I mean, you can't get more legit than that. Look at that. I mean, so my point is, that this is a legit company, and that's why I'm so comfortable doing that. Now, saying that, I still have people who contact me and ask me the same question, and I guess I gotta do not financial advice because I can't tell the future. But would I go buy a GeoNet station today? It ain't happening. $700 when you just had a halving, making $2 a day. Grumpy math says that's about a $350 again. I mean, 350 a day. Again, if the price does turn around and go up some, you might reduce it to 320 or 300 days. But that's a long time in the world of crypto. This bull run might be over in 300 days. I don't know if I'd go buy a station. I think that's what some people are forgetting. And that's another reason why I'm so dead set against having a yearly halving. At least helium's every 2 years. You got time to make up some of your ROI. Wingbits is going to be every year. They basically followed GeoNet's white paper, I think, on tokenomics. But I put up my 3 days ago, dump probably on me. Wait. When I checked Helium Deploy last night, Helium Deploy still had some Ashlers in stock. Oh, that's right. It said we cannot estimate. Tell you what though, I know some of y'all sick of hearing me repeat this over and over again, but I had two different people, two different orders today using my code for WB200 for Wingbits. I gotta say that's a steady every week. There's one or two that get sold, one or two get sold, one or two get sold. And that's just using my code, because I get an email when somebody uses my code, and I can go in there and it doesn't. Again, I don't know if it's going to France, I don't know if it's going to Canada or Mexico or Los Angeles, but I can see that it's one WB200, or like we saw during the drop. If you saw my video, some people were buying an Ashler and a WB200. So I kind of made this joke. I'm sure some people cringed, but whoever thought there'd be an Ashler, an Entropy, and Wingbits collaboration? But people were buying Ashler's and Wingbits stations. They bought that the first drop. There was a number of Ashler's and Nubulas bought together. And that's where I kind of I had somebody who was supposed to send me a free Nubula. I don't know if he's on watching or not, but I never got my free Nubula. But I've been really good for this tropical depression coming through. But hey, my Weather XM station, tropical depression 93L, and I got 1.6 miles an hour right now on the only thing I don't like about this, if any of y'all are in Weather XM with this D1 station, I want to see what the total rainfall is. I ain't worried about the rain rate right now. My daughter loves the UV index because she knows even though it might be sunny outside, if the UV index ain't up, there's no reason to go outside and do garden work or anything like that to catch a tan. I was saying with my wife. So they're more interested in this UV index more than anything else. But like a Radiance WM2, I could care less what a Radiance. There should be a way to swap these out. Like if I don't want a Radiance, whatever it is, I should be able to swap that out for total rainfall. But let me tell you, last night, my daughter brought my dog outside and came back in and was sweating. She said, "What's the humidity?" Humidity was 97% last night at 10 o'clock at night. So, you can buy one of those and use my plug. That's a question. I don't want to answer that question. That is a good question. So if you do find out, please drop me a message on Discord or on YouTube or somewhere, and let me know if you find that answer. Let me see. I wonder if there's anybody. Can I ask for from UK US? Oh, it's yeah, because they've had a couple of people who had issues with their base. I haven't. You know, I got 3 Ashlers right now, waiting on 2 more to come. 3 if you include the one I'm supposed to be getting for a contest. But anyway, but some people have had issues with the base where they're telling you all you do is you unplug the Ashler. But a couple of people have had issues. There's a little resistor or wire or something like that shorts out. So they said you can actually just take this off, and it's still just a USB underneath. And you can take a USB and just plug it directly in the bottom. So I guess all this is probably just going to be the same because it's going to be USB, and the plug you have at the end will be different. So I just asked in the Discord, let's see what they say. So I wanted through his base in the car. But dude, it's so sexy though when it sits on the desk like this though. I still want mine to be pink all the time. I'm not even a fan of pink, but you know, I'm not even a fan of pink, but if I can't get to do blue for sure, but you know, it's definitely not the pink I'm looking for, the ones that people are saying they having issues and stuff like that. For those of y'all who, this is gonna be a weird question, but y'all follow me. For those of y'all who follow me every Thursday on lives, do y'all notice anything different? Because I find when I rewatch this, and especially when I'm doing videos, I have a 1080p 60 frame second camera to make videos. And when I'm doing it on OBS, it looks very clear. But when I look at it later on YouTube, it doesn't look 1080p. So I changed a bunch of settings especially for streaming. If y'all finding that if it's anything better than normal, let me know. If you're finding that I raise it up too much and I'm stuttering every now and then, or the sound's not as good, I even raise the sound up, or there's been no change at all. I'm just curious. Just trying to improve things just a little bit. He says it's shoved to the cabinet. That's a way of doing it too. I mean, it's nothing. So, you know. Oh, what else is going on? I have not been, like I said, today was busy. Today was busy at work with me just going back. So I have not really looked at why in the hell are we talking about in the Wingbits general Discord? Are we talking about animals evacuating Yellowstone? Yeah, there's some volcanoes and some things going on. I love it. Let me tell you something. Y'all know why me and Mike get along so well, Axie? Me and him are so alike. It's scary. He might not admit that, but he's just one level above, barely above grumpy. I bet he's more grumpy than he wants to admit. I know y'all can't see me, but I have to look at my screen for Discord. I have to look this way. Y'all seeing all these vids of animals leaving you? What WTF is that in Wingbits for? Why? Is it because animal tracking user case? Every few years, someone starts the whole animals leaving Yellowstone FUD. If they leave early, they'll get stuck in migration traffic. I'm telling you, me and this dude are related way, way, way down the line somewhere. I'm just trying to see if there's any news or anything. Anybody know of any other news? Nadix rewards for those who are in Nadix. Nadix finally sent out rewards for June, only 16 days late. I made a whopping $13 running Nadix. And if y'all remember, that was me driving from Louisiana to Philadelphia, then driving to Washington, D.C., then driving in New York, then driving all the way back to Nashville, Chattanooga, Tennessee, then driving back to Louisiana. All that way. And I had a nitro going during that entire trip. And I made $13. Again, you can't really complain because it was a free project, but it's a crap. Rover, somebody asked a while back how it was going on Rover. My Rover GPS is broken already. The blue light comes on when you plug it in the USB, but my phone will not see it. I've restarted my phone. I restarted Bluetooth. I've tried a different phone. The USB, that plug is very bulky. The USB plug that goes in, my USB plug, because I hit the plug on something, the plug has started to crack. I wrapped it with electrical tape and I used it for 3 weeks after that. I haven't touched it and it quit working. I was dealing with them through a ticket that stopped. I didn't technically pay for it. Helium Deploy sent it to me as a demo thing to do a video on it. And I'm very disappointed because I really like the Rover project and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if they'll swap it out. I doubt it just because they're going to say that the plug looks damaged. But I'm also not going to spend $300, $400 on one either. So I don't know if that's going to be the end of me with that project or what. But I don't know what the rewards have been like for y'all. But I'm kind of disappointed in that just because I was excited to be in Rover and I liked Rover. Who farted? I think you slipped, man. I was able to recharge my Irwin, and I don't remember seeing you telling everybody to recharge. I don't know if you slipped or if I slipped in between and didn't do it. But what else is going on? My weather XM station is still down at my office. I'm gonna tell you, you want to lose your religion? Open up a ticket with Weather XM. It's just disappointing. You spend all that money on devices and they treat you like a 6-year-old. Let me see. I'm trying to find my last ticket from Wingbits. Weather XM. Weather XM. This was my last thing because my device still saying they can't see my station. They're next to each other. My station has a red light on it. We see that your station is connected to the M5, reporting invalid corrupt data. Could you please send us a photo of how the batteries are inserted inside the station? I lost my lunch on that. I lost my you know what on it. Like I replied a very ugly email. That's probably why they're not replying to me anymore. But I'm like, are y'all really dealing with that many people that don't know how to correctly put batteries in? Because you got to remember, I've been dealing with this now, probably going on 3 months now. At first, they wanted me to send them a video of literally taking batteries out of a package, brand new batteries out of a package. I had to show them a video, somehow hold the phone, me taking brand new batteries out of a package and putting it in the Weather XM station. I couldn't put my own batteries in it. That was step one of this whole troubleshooting thing. That's BS. And then I had to do this and show them a video that I'm doing it. And then I had to go put it in a dark cave for 2 or 3 days to get with no batteries in it to get, come on, man. So now, and then even though my station is lit up, the battery is full, and I'm sending them pictures of all that. They want me to try a different cable and power brick with my M5. The M5's got a full battery on it. It's got its own battery, rechargeable battery. But I did that no matter what. And of course, that didn't solve it. Then they wanted me to reassemble the stacks of the M5. If you remember, those have stacks where there's a gray and a blue one in between. Reassemble it with the gray and blue, a different orientation. I did that. That didn't solve it. So I sent them another video today. And I told them that this is ridiculous. So I'm guessing that I'm not getting that swapped out. It's horrible, but it is what it is. Did you see what I said earlier about the house passed 3 crypto bills today? No, I did not. Jay Styles, please don't say nothing positive about Trump and crypto or who thought it's going to blow his top. No, I did not see anything like that. I guess that's why the House Representative passed 2 significant cryptocurrency bills: the Genius Act, which regulates stablecoins, was passed with strong bipartisan support. Shut the front door. Bipartisan support on anything in this country? I find that hard to believe. That sounds like fake news to me. Well, you still had 122 people that voted against it. Significant Democrat supports. Apparently Republicans didn't think they were getting enough out of it. I don't know. The Senate has already approved it. Proponents believe it would help legitimize digital assets, change the world, lays out a legitimacy framework. So is Gary Gensler getting fired? I keep hearing, you see that every 6 months on some of these videos. Rates ain't dropping in. It's not Gary Gensler. What's his name from the one that does the rates? I can't remember his name. To vote on cuts on foreign aid. Yep, I'm all for that. I'm supposed to vote on 3 crypto bills this week. Hey, I think it's all positive, man. All positive. If it helps my crypto go up, you know, 6 o'clock this morning, it was at 117. I mean, it didn't have a crazy jump. Ethereum to the moon. I own this much Ethereum. And I used to mine Ethereum. I was making almost $20 a day in Ethereum mining with GPUs at one point. And I slowly converted that into other stuff. But hey, if they say this is going to start the alt season, make sure you vote on my poll. I don't even know what the poll is at right now because I can't see it for some reason. It's the beginning of alt season run. 44% said yes. 31% said no, just a fake out. Just buy more Bitcoin. I think it's a fake out. That's just me. Please don't take my financial advice for it because I'm wrong about everything. But I just think cycles are different now. I don't know. You tell me why. Somebody explain to me why. Why is Ethereum doing this? What's so Ethereum that's not as fast as Solana, AVAX, and these other tokens? You don't have as many projects built on anymore. Depending on what you're trying to move, it's slower and costs way more. You know, Cardano's coming out with this new technology or something like that that's supposed to help it do even more transactions. Why is Ethereum doing this? Just is it FOMO? I don't know. You know, at one time they were talking about a $10,000 Ethereum. This is going to show you that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know. So Sylvester asked about using his own plug. The guys in the Entropy Discord are saying yes, they believe that you can use your own plug. So make sure you hit the like button. I appreciate everybody who's been here. What's the BRICS thing about buying gold instead of US dollars above my pay grade? I'm going to tell you right now, people have pushed since Obama was in office. You've had, and really, I mean, you know, don't get me wrong, really, it's been since the 70s, 80s. Whenever the dollar detached from gold, you've had people talk about buying more gold, more gold. It really took a huge upswing of a lot of, I want to say advertising, but even just the financial people talking about buying more gold when Obama was in office, and even some with even, just to be fair, George Bush, with Desert Storm. But when amount of spending, I can remember there was a clock somewhere, maybe around the stock exchange, New York, somewhere, that was counting how bad our debt was. And at one point it went to zero. That was in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, something like that. And then at some point we started spending through the nose again, and it might have been after 9/11 or whatever it was. And then when Obama got in, they got really bad. And then that's when, and again, y'all know I hate talking political, but honestly, right now, I can't put myself in either camp because I can sit here for now and talk bad about both sides. I'm just going to say, when all that spending started happening, we started getting more and more in debt, and we knew that we were pushing debt onto grandkids, and great grandkids. And both sides are doing it. So I'm not going to make it about both sides. But anyway, they push for more gold, more gold, more gold. And you hear more people talk about gold, gold, gold. But I know personally more people who have relaxed on buying gold. They were almost DCAing into gold to a point. And like I know one guy who bought gold, the balloons, whatever. He had a service that came and brought it to him where there was like, he lives in a neighborhood and you had a guy with a suit on that delivered his gold medallions, doubloons, whatever you want to call them, with armed security, like AR-15 or whatever, armed security. And he's even now going into Bitcoin, but he's not playing around with like alts and projects, nothing like that. He is strictly a Bitcoin, maybe one or two or three. He might be into some Ethereum, Solana, and Cardano, only because he started this about 2-3 years ago. That's some of the big ones, and that's it. That's it. But again, but you go talk to him, he's in the stocks and everything, but he'll tell everybody long term it's gold. That's what it is. So I don't know. Yeah, well, not everybody's gonna agree on everything. I ain't worried about what Brazil and Russia want. Oh, don't know. So, well, I hope everybody has a good evening. We'll try to stay dry over here with this tropical moisture coming through. I don't know. It was never even designated as a tropical storm, but it's like I said, we got massive flooding going on in certain parts, and in some parts of the area didn't get any rain. They kind of told us that was going to happen, and I know I got my ass wet at work today. That's for sure. This is spaghettymodels.com. Well, as you can see, like 0% chance of becoming a full storm. Well, now, because now it's onshore. And this is where it's supposed to go from here. So this is the center of the tropical low. This is my house. This is my hunting lease that I'm going to this weekend, even though my son's going to do all the work because I can't lift up anything. And hey, man, I'm all for rain at the deer lease because it helps stuff grow. Deer and the animals get to eat and not. Last year and the year before that, we had some drought conditions, and you saw those deer didn't have that kind of mass to them, and you didn't have that kind of body weight to them and stuff. So I'm all for moisture bringing, not flood moisture, but you know, this isn't the Grumpy Outdoors live channel. So I'm getting YouTube lag. It keeps freezing. That's why I asked earlier if anybody's seeing any kind of issues. Sylvester, are you still on? I see you said show the front of my are you the one that somebody DM me asking me what did the front of my weather XM station look like that didn't work? That's what it looks like. So you can go through and do change Wi-Fi or whatever like that. Follow those instructions. I have a red light on constantly because I had to send a picture of how I got the batteries in there. That's horrible. Like that. Don't treat me like a kid, And then, like I said, one of the troubleshooting had me reverse because at first, if you're looking at this picture, the gray was closest to the white side and the blue was on the other side. So they had me reverse this, or vice versa. Now the gray is too closer to the white side. But I still have that there's no station paired. There's an unpaired button, but it says no station paired. So I don't know what to do from here. I'm glad the camera is being clear, because I'm gonna tell you, this camera is about 10 years old. When I was doing some other stuff for work, I needed the camera, but it's still a 1080p camera. And I'm gonna tell you, and then I stream Call of Duty. I've been streaming Call of Duty every night, and I still suck, but people can watch me rage quit in 1080p. So I appreciate everybody who supports the channel. I appreciate everybody who asked me while I was out with surgery. And for those who don't know, I started a 4th YouTube channel because my friend and I had a weather Facebook page, kind of the area I grew up in, on the North Shore of Louisiana, of Slidell area of North Shore of New Orleans. And because why not? 3 YouTube channels was enough. What's 4? But I appreciate everybody who supported everything. If y'all need anything, y'all know y'all can DM me. Make sure y'all are in my Discord, please. I still have people joining every day. I haven't really been to it today again because I've been busy, but I go through it almost every day, because anybody who does not verify after about 6 hours gets booted. Because I find that when I let people sit in there who have not verified, that's when y'all start telling me about fake grumpies that are trying to screw you all over and stuff. So right now everybody is, I'm up to 176 members on my Discord. Please, y'all can share it amongst y'all friends and stuff like that. Trying to add more projects and different things to it. Y'all tell me what y'all want. I even added a weather section just for a place to bring some weather people into the Discord and maybe teach them about crypto and stuff, just trying to bring all the stuff that I'm involved in into one place. Hunting, fishing. I was supposed to go fishing July 1st or 2nd. I just didn't have time with the surgery coming up. Feels like it's been forever for fishing, but my son's leaving for college in exactly a month, 30 days. So hopefully when we get into August and I'm recovered a little bit more, I got to get into fishing, because me and him have to go on a fishing trip before he leaves for college. Kids grow up fast. For any of y'all, I know I'm older than most of y'all, but let me tell you, I look back at pictures. We were looking at pictures from my 50th birthday last week. And a lot of pictures with my kids when they were small, and I feel like it was yesterday. I feel like I don't remember it. It's a blur. So I'm telling you, if y'all have kids that are 4, 5, 6 years old and they want to go play something, stop what the frick you doing and go play. I would do anything to go back to that time and play with my kids again. I was working so much back then, working overtime and stuff like that. Feel like I was always aggravated with something, but for those, next thing you know, your kids will be going to college and moving out. And before I start tearing up, I'm gonna get the hell out of here. So I appreciate everybody again for supporting everything. I know I said that 3 times, but I do. I'm always trying to grow this channel, and I appreciate some of y'all have been loyal supporters for a long time here. Some of these names on here, I don't want to start calling them out, because if I forget one, I'm gonna feel bad. But some of y'all are really supporters, and I really appreciate it. So thank y'all again for everything. And again, if y'all need me, y'all holler at me. I'll help y'all out whatever y'all can. And hopefully some more of these projects will take off. We'll see. Thank y'all for watching.